Hey there and welcome back to another LeetCode video. So today the problem of the day is design parking system, and we're designing a system for a parking lot. It has three kinds of spaces, big, medium, and small, with a fixed number of slots for each size. Implement the parking system class, initialize the object of the park system class, the number of slots of each parking space are given, and then we simply add the car of the type. So for this problem, there isn't too much about it, right? So it's pretty straightforward where all we have is we just have some variable that keeps track of how many slots we have for each kind of car. So let's say that, let's see here. So let's say big is 1, 2 is medium, 3 is small. We have some variable, and this is going to be a dictionary. We initialize these, right, to big, medium, small. And then every time we try to add a car of some type, we can just key into this dictionary. So let's say we're given type 2, we just key into this dictionary and we say, is this number greater than or equal to 0? If it is, we have slots. And if we have slots, we can just decrement this value. So I'm going to code this up, and then I will suggest some things you could do if you do want to practice some system design for some parking system classes that you could do that would be more challenging. So it's just self.cars, and then we're simply going to make a dictionary, right? So it's going to be 1 is big, so that's big, 2 medium, 3 small. And that's everything for the constructor, so we have this cars class. Now all we have to do is we just have to check if we have enough. So we just, in this car, we can say if self.cars car type is greater than 0, right? We still have slots, then we just decrement it. And we can just decrement directly from the dictionary. So we can just do something like this. And that means we did have a space, so true here, return false here if we didn't. And that's actually all for the code. And so you can see that passes. And so some things you can do, actually, if you want to practice some system design with this parking garage class, one thing you can do is instead of having, so let's say instead of having these number of cars you have, what you could do is you could do something like you have a parking garage that's some array, that's some fixed length, right? So let's just say this is 10. And then you try to park small, medium, and big cars. And let's say a small car is 1 slot, medium is 2 slots, so small, 1 slot, medium. So just redo this. So small 1, medium is 2, same as, and okay, and then B is 3. And what you could try to do is instead of saying how much room you have for each, what you could try to do is you can actually try to park these cars. And so for example, I know this, I wrote this 10, but let's say, and then by parking it, you can say it's something like, if let's say we try to park a medium car, it would take up 2 slots, so it would be like this. A big car would be 3 slots and so on. And then this would be a little bit more complicated because let's say you have something like this, right? Let's say this is your occupancy of your parking garage, and you only have 2 slots and you try to park a big car. How would you do this? So these are some things you can think about. So you can try to implement something like that, where instead of that, you actually park car. And then the other thing you could also do is you can have a park car, and then you can also have a remove car and figure out how you do something like that. So let's say you're given some remove car as well with some indices, and then try to remove car and try to code up something like that. That would give you some good practice for something like that. Okay, there's definitely more things you could do, but those are some small things. So let's just think of the time and space complexity for this one real quick. It's definitely one of the shortest problems. I don't think I've done an easy problem yet as a problem of the day, but it is what it is. So for time, so this is just O1, right? Init is just 3 variables, and add car is a one-time. Lookup in a dictionary is a one-time. And then space, we have a dictionary, but we only have 3 items, so that's O of one time. And then adding a car and removing a car is also O of one time. Okay, so that's all for this problem, and hopefully there's a temporary problem of the day tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.